Good afternoon and welcome back to our studio in ICCA at Knowledge Village. And it's my pleasure this afternoon to have Mr. Bassem with us. Bassem, would you please tell us who you are and which company you're representing today?
Good afternoon. My name is Bassem Bousaleh. I am representing US Meat Export Federation with a group called AMFI Group. I have been here in this region for the last 20 years, so we know the country very well. Actually, we have a good relation with the Emirates Culinary Guild.
You've been a supporter of the Guild for many years, and we are humble of a guild. We use on our competitions a lot of your US beef.
Yes.
What are the different cuts you bring in mainly for the hotels? Is it just for prime cuts?
Actually, used like 15 years back, chefs are used only to prime cuts, like six, 7 cuts, like tenderloin, strip loin, ribeye. But with the help of the guild activities and our professional chefs, senior chefs here, we introduced the underutilized cuts, US beef underutilized cuts. And now the chefs, like several hotels and major hotels, are using now US beef underutilized cuts.
This is a competition we as the guild took a few years back with your support to bring in our competitions, our salons, as you say, beyond underused cuts, the secondary cuts, because we're a great believer is that anyone can cook a fillet and it will come out nice and tender, but it takes skill to cook a top side, a rump. And we wanted both with your good help, because they weren't available on the market, to bring them in, introduce them, and to bring back skills into the competition. Do you feel by us doing that, it's helped to educate the chefs in the Emirates about the different cuts?
Yes. Because you know that underutilized cuts is a wide range of cuts, and they have a very reasonable price compared to the prime cuts.
Yeah.
And when we have, like, you know, in the US, we have like standards for quality standards, like prime, choice, select, etc.
Yeah.
So whenever you use the underutilized cuts from those categories, from those standards, then you are using a very high quality beef.
Yeah.
But not all chefs know how to use them. So that's why we are focusing, highlighting those cuts during our activities with the guilds, to learn from the professional chefs, to educate the young chefs also how to use those properly. Because most of them is not like tenderloin, it needs like a special treatment.
But those underutilized cuts have more flavor at times than what the prime cuts are. Those you grill.
Yeah.
But when you have to cook a brisket and you have to cook it slow cooked or something, it has such a rich, wonderful body to it that you enjoy eating the meat, not having to cut a steak and you've got no flavor.
Exactly. So also it's like another nice food like style. So we also would like to introduce it to new chefs, like young chefs, to know how to use it. And like
do you find after we've introduced these to the guild salons, has there been more interest from the hotels and restaurants?
Yes. Especially this time, so many hotels and chefs are interested in preparing those cuts and to use it in their menu, because because this time is like a tough time, COVID-19 time, like all the business is not going very well. So they are trying to introduce more like reasonable price
item.
beef.
Of course.
So,
Quality at the end of the day. You can give your guest the same quality, but it's just a different cut. You know, going forward, are there cuts you would still like to introduce into the market from beef?
we have like our main market in this region is the food service.
Right.
So our main target is the chef.
Yeah.
But also our items, our beef is available in the supermarket, in the main supermarkets here, in Lulu, in Carrefour, in Park and Shop. So all of them like having the beef available there, US beef, prime cuts and underutilized cuts. And we have a special programs for them, like in the supermarket and in the retail sector, to let them know more about it and the proper handling and using of such items.
To get a relationship with the guild and the salons, what you call it, do you feel that's overflowed into the retail market? That the fact that the hotels are using these cuts, the housewife at home is using more?
But not the house. The USB, mainly the steak, is not like people here in this region are not familiar with cooking the steak. They know how to do the shawarma, the beef with rice, and
which you're perfect for that.
So we doing some activities with the help of the chefs and the ECG, Emirates Culinary Guild, to do some demos in the supermarkets to introduce the underutilized cut to the housewives in the local recipes, local dishes.
That's great.
Also.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we don't call our corporate members sponsors. We call them partners. And that's what it is. Where we can partner with and help you, you're helping us with partnering with us, which we're always grateful. And we know from a personal point of view, Mr. Bassem, what a great supporter and partner you are.
Yes, it's a mutual.
Yes, of course.
We're supporting each other.
Yeah. So I think we're about finished with our USB, but we've got a wonderful video now that tells you all about the product. Welcome back to the studio. Now we're going to ask Mr. Bassem to change his hat, as it were. And please tell us what else you do within your portfolio.
We also, AMFI is also a representative of USA Poultry and Egg Export Council in the region, in the Middle East. So we do some activities to US poultry products and egg. We have a very fantastic poultry products in the market. Our chicken leg quarters is #1, has a very reasonable price. And also we have a lot of activities to highlight the recipes, how to use it with our local food.
Yeah. You as a company and yourself have been working in partnership with the Guild now for a number of years. How long have you been involved in the salon?
So since long time. I know
Yeah.
them for 20 years. Since like 20 years, we were Chef Uwe were like young man, still young.
It wasn't gray hair.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah. And we are a gold sponsor for them since like 10 years for their Salon Culinaires.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job for us. So they are like doing activities even during this time, the COVID time. So they did a nice online training activity.
Afternoon, watching Chef Andy and Chef Uwe cooking at home using your chicken.
Yes.
They were doing a nice chicken adobo earlier. My wife is Filipino. I'm not sure if they would agree with the recipe. But again, we're there to support and partnership with yourself. But do you feel that partnership between the Guild and your company, does that help your company? Do you get the support from the Guild?
They're giving us a great support. And without them, we are like, we don't have like much opportunities here to do our activities. So they open the windows for us to reach the young chef, the senior chef, the hotels, the catering companies. US Poultry has a very major item, which is the chicken leg quarters, which fits the catering companies because the price is reasonable. The size of chicken leg quarters is like more flesh, less water, more meat in it. It's big size.
Yeah.
It's not hormone. It's because of feed and breed
very
in the US.
To this day and age.
Yeah. And it fits like several local dishes here. It goes with biryani very well, like with kebab, with chicken shawarma. So we also getting some support from the guild to tell the chefs how to do the deboning for the leg quarters and use it in their recipes for like a lot of recipes.
Yeah. Again, live from the garden this afternoon. They're cooking your chickens and things like that for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And we've seen some wonderful dishes coming out. And do you get a satisfaction when because I know you attend a lot of our salons, when you see the dishes the chefs produce onto the plate? Yeah. And that you can see your chicken leg turned into a creation you never thought it could be.
Yeah. I know that the Emirates Culinary Guild like doing a great job here. I know that they are one of the more like active guilds in the world. So, and they do a fantastic dishes here. And they got the Guinness records like 10 times here in this region. I think
Quite
even
a
more.
lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
So,
I mean, so many now. With one of our ex-colleagues the other day, who did the very first one, which was the largest cake in the world, and we've gone on from that. One of these days, we're going to have to do the largest chicken dish in the world, or the largest omelette.
Yeah, hopefully we can do with them in the future the biggest.
With the likes of this, we all know if we try, anything is possible. Yeah. Now, summing up, you are a person who likes to be in the shows and talk to the people when we're using your products. If you had those chefs in front of you, what would be that one catchphrase you would say about your chicken?
I tell them all the time in our events and demonstration that US poultry is like different from other poultry. Everything in the US, like every chicken item, is inspected very well by USDA. They are the most sophisticated and serious inspection system there. when they say halal, it is 100% halal because they are so straight in their system. And plus it's like, I know that chicken here, they have like some antibiotic residues in some of them, some sources. So in the US,
So you can say it's high quality, well tested, safe and secure product. Well, Mr. Bassem, it's been wonderful talking to you this afternoon.
Thanks.
We always enjoy your support and partnership, and long may it continue onto the future.
Many thanks for you, Chef Madam, and to Guild.
Well,
Thank you.
I think now we have